I lost my daughter before she was born. Then I lost the woman I loved. Car accident, gone. My best friend, dead. All within 2 years. And I remember standing there thinking, what's the point? Not in some dramatic way, just genuinely asking, what is the point of trying, of building, of caring? Because everything you love can be taken from you, just like that. And nobody warned me about that part. Stay with me. Because what I learned in that darkness, it might be the only thing that saves you when your turn comes. You don't know who you are until everything is taken from you. That's not inspirational. That's just true. I thought I knew myself. Successful actor, good career, building a life. Then it all collapsed. And suddenly I'm alone in a house that was supposed to have a family in it, walking through empty rooms, silence everywhere. You ever had that? Where the silence is so loud it makes you physically sick? That was me for months. And here's what nobody tells you about rock bottom. It's not one moment. It's every morning, waking up and remembering again and again. Some people say time heals. That's bullshit. Time doesn't heal. Time just moves, and you either move with it or you don't. I almost didn't. I remember looking at all the things I'd accomplished, the movies, the money, the recognition, and it all felt meaningless, like I'd been chasing the wrong thing the entire time. You know what kept me alive? Not hope, not optimism, not some inspirational quote. I just didn't quit. That's it. It is less than #0. 6# is greater than, not because I was strong. I wasn't strong. I was broken. I just didn't quit. Every morning I got up, not because I wanted to, because I didn't know what else to do. And slowly, and I mean slowly, something changed. Not the situation. The situation was still terrible, but I changed. I stopped asking, why me? And started asking, what now? And that shift, that tiny shift, that's where everything began again. Let me tell you about something nobody talks about. Successful misery. I was successful and I was miserable, and I couldn't understand why. I had everything I was supposed to want: the career, the house, the life people dream about, but I was empty. And you know what makes it worse? When you're successful and miserable, nobody wants to hear it. What do you have to complain about? So you smile, you do the interviews, you show up, and inside you're dying. Here's what I learned. You can climb the whole ladder and realize it's against the wrong wall. I'd spent years building a career, but I hadn't built a life. I'd gotten so good at doing things, but I'd forgotten how to be. And that's the trap. The world rewards you for achieving, for accomplishing, for doing, but nobody's measuring whether you're actually alive inside. I remember being on set for a movie, big budget, great role, everything was perfect, and I felt nothing. Just going through the motions, saying the lines, hitting the marks, but it was all mechanical. And that scared me more than anything, because I realized I'd survived the tragedies, but I hadn't survived myself. I'd become a ghost, walking around, functioning, but not present. You ever feel that, like you're watching your own life from the outside? That's when I knew something had to change. Not the job, not the location, not the circumstances, me. I had to change. Because here's the truth they don't tell you. Success without meaning is just expensive emptiness. You can have everything and feel nothing. And that's a special kind of hell. So I made a decision. I was going to start over. Not the career. That was fine. I was going to start over as a human being. And that meant letting go of everything I thought I knew. All the rules, all the shoulds, all the expectations, gone. I started saying no to things that didn't matter. Even if they paid well, even if they looked good, if it didn't mean something to me, no. And people thought I was crazy. You're turning down that role? You're walking away from that money? Yeah, I was. Because I'd learned something. You can be an expert and still have a beginner's mind. I'd become an expert at my career, but I'd lost my beginner's mind about life. I'd stopped being curious, stopped being present, stopped being surprised. I was just executing. So I started doing things differently. I started riding motorcycles across the country by myself. No security, no plan, just me and the road. I started taking roles that scared me, that I didn't know how to do. I started talking to people, really talking, not networking, connecting, and slowly, painfully slowly, I started to feel something again. Not happiness, not yet, just aliveness. Like my senses were coming back online after being numb for years. You know what that taught me? Starting over isn't about going backward. It's about going deeper. I wasn't becoming a different person. I was finally becoming myself, the version of me that had been buried under all the performing. And here's the crazy part. The work got better. When I stopped trying so hard to be successful and started trying to be present, the work got better. John Wick happened because I stopped caring about playing it safe. I just did what felt true, what felt alive. And people responded to that. Because authenticity is rare, especially in a world where everyone's performing. Let me tell you what failure really is. It's not the opposite of success, it's information. Every time I failed, and I failed a lot, I learned something I couldn't have learned any other way. Movies that bombed taught me what audiences actually want. Relationships that ended taught me what I actually need. Projects that went nowhere taught me what I actually care about. But here's the key. You have to be willing to look at the failure, really look at it. Most people fail and immediately start making excuses. It was the market. It was bad timing. It was someone else's fault. And maybe that's true, but it doesn't help you. What helps is asking, what did I miss? What can I learn? What would I do differently? That's where growth lives. I've made billion-dollar mistakes. Okay, maybe not billions, but big ones. And every single one taught me something. Speed Racer bombed hard. And I learned, sometimes you're ahead of your time. Sometimes the idea is right, but the execution is wrong. Sometimes you just miss. And that's okay. Because the alternative is playing it safe. Never taking risks. Never trying anything new. And that's not failing. That's dying slowly. I'd rather fail spectacularly than succeed at something that doesn't matter. Here's what they don't tell you about bold bets. They're experiments. You don't know ahead of time if they'll work, but a few big successes compensate for dozens of things that didn't work. The Matrix was a wild bet. Could have been a disaster. John Wick was a weird, stylized action movie that nobody asked for. But they worked. And they worked because we took the risk. So when you fail, and you will fail, don't waste it. Learn from it. Extract the lesson. And move forward smarter. Now let me tell you about something that saved my life. Kindness. Not the Instagram kind, not the performative kind, real kindness, the quiet kind. After everything I lost, I could have become bitter, angry, hard. And honestly, part of me wanted to, but I made a choice. I decided the world took enough from me. I'm not going to let it take my humanity too. So I practiced kindness, even when I didn't feel it, especially when I didn't feel it. Someone cuts me off in traffic, I let it go. Someone's rude to me, I stay calm. Someone needs help, I help. Not because I'm better than anyone, because I need to do it. For me, not for them. Because every act of kindness is an act of defiance against the cruelty of the world. And here's what I discovered. Kindness isn't weakness. Kindness is strength. It's easy to be hard. It's easy to be cold. It's easy to not care. What's hard? Staying human, staying open, staying kind, especially after you've been hurt. I've met people at the top who are miserable. They have everything and they're empty. Why? Because they stopped being kind along the way. They stepped on people, used people, treated people like they were beneath them, and now they're alone with their success. And success without connection is just loneliness with money. So I made a rule. Be kind to everyone, always. The person who can do nothing for you, treat them with dignity. The person having a bad day, give them grace. The person who's invisible to everyone else, see them. That's where your character shows up. And here's the beautiful thing. Kindness creates a ripple. You be kind to someone, they're kind to someone else. And maybe, just maybe, the world becomes a little less cruel, one interaction at a time. Here's something I think about every single day. Time. Your time is limited. You don't know how limited. Nobody does. I've lost enough people to know you don't get a warning. You don't get to say goodbye the way you want. You just run out. And when I realized that, really realized it, everything changed. I stopped doing things I didn't care about. I stopped spending time with people out of obligation. I stopped pretending. Because every minute I waste is a minute I'll never get back. And I've wasted enough minutes. When I was 17, I read something that stuck with me. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll be right. And now, every morning, I ask myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do? And when the answer is no for too many days, I change something. Because the biggest trap is thinking you have time. You don't. None of us do. We have now. That's it. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't waste it trying to impress people who don't matter. Don't waste it being someone you're not. Your time is limited, so spend it on what's real, the people you love, the work that matters, the moments that count. Everything else, let it go. So here's where we are. I've told you about loss, about failure, about starting over, not because I'm special, because I'm not. I'm just someone who got knocked down and chose to stand back up. And if you're watching this right now, maybe you're knocked down too. Maybe you've lost something or someone. Maybe you've failed. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you feel like it's too late, like you've wasted too much time. Let me tell you something. It's never too late. I started over at 30, at 40, at 50. And every time I became stronger. Not because the pain went away, it didn't, but because I stopped running from it. I faced it. I learned from it. I let it make me deeper. And you can too. Is less than #0. 8# is greater than, but here's the thing. None of this matters if you don't take action. You can watch this video, feel inspired for 10 minutes, then go back to your old life. Or you can decide today is different. Today is the day you stop pretending. Today is the day you start building the life you actually want. Not the life people expect, the life you want. And if you don't know where to start, if you're feeling lost right now, I made something for you. The next video I want you to watch is called Rebuild Your Life Before It's Too Late. Because maybe you're where I was, standing in the rubble, not sure how to begin again. And I'm gonna show you, not with theory, with truth. Click that video, watch it, and then do something about it. Because your life is waiting, and the only person who can claim it is you. Don't waste another day.